Assalamualaikum and good morning to Dr. Haliza. My name is Nur Emilia Humairah binti Muhammad Azhari, and today I am here to advocate for a change that will protect the future of our generation. My speech title is Children under 13 should be banned from owning a smartphone. Nowadays, if you walk into any restaurant or a doctor's office, you will see a common sight. A toddler or a young child staring mesmerized at a glowing screen. Parents often call this a lifesaver, but in reality, we have created a digital pacifier. Whenever a child feels a hint of boredom, a hint of frustration, or a hint of loneliness, we hand them a smartphone. Why? But here is the problem. Boredom is a gift. Boredom is the space where creativity is born. It is the moment a child decides to draw, to build with blocks, or to imagine a whole new world. By banning smartphones for those under 13, we aren't taking away a tool, we are giving them back their imagination. Today, I will first explain how unrestricted access compromises physical safety and emotional stability. Second, I will argue why a complete ban is the only necessary solution. And finally, I will detail the demonstrable benefits that this ban brings to our schools and our children's well-being. Did you know a smartphone is designed to look like a casino? Every time a kid gets a like on social media or wins a level in a game, their brain gets a tiny hit of happy chemical called dopamine. It feels good, so they want more. Here is the simple science. A child's brain is like a car with huge accelerator, but with no brakes. The part of the brain that says, stop, that's enough, isn't grown yet. So when we give a children smartphone, we are giving them a fast car with no way to stop. They are literally too young to quit the screen. This is because they are always chasing that next hit of dopamine. They lose the ability to focus. They can't even sit and read a book for 10 minutes straight because their brain is screaming for the fast videos of TikTok or YouTube. If they can't focus now, how will they succeed in university or a job later? Because of this constant dopamine loop, we are seeing the death of deep focus. We are training a generation to live in a state of continuous partial attention. They are never fully in their homework, never fully in a book, and never even fully in a conversation. If a child cannot learn to focus on a difficult task at the age of 10, how would they handle a difficult job at the age of 25? By delaying a smartphone ownership, we allow their focus muscle to grow strong first. Now, let's look at the heart, which is the solution of the matter. Social skills are a muscle, and like any muscle, they weaken if you don't use them. For thousands of years, humans learned to communicate by looking into someone's eye, watching their facial expression, and hearing the tone of their voice. When a child spends their time texting or using emojis, they miss out on these non-verbal cues. You cannot learn empathy through a screen. You learn empathy when you see your friend's face fall because you say something mean. You learn empathy through eye contact. Without this real world repetitions, we are creating an empathy gap that will follow this generation into adulthood. Furthermore, children under 13 are still figuring out who they are. On social media, they fall into the comparison trap, comparing their real messy lives to the perfect life they see on social media that influences post. This is why anxiety and depression in middle schoolers are the highest in history. Now, people might say, why a total ban? Why not just use parental control apps or limit their screen time? Here is the truth. Parental controls are like trying to stop a flood with a small umbrella. Kids today are digital natives. They know how to bypass filters and hide secret accounts. More importantly, limiting time doesn't fix the addiction. If a child is addicted to dopamine, giving them just 1 hour is like giving them a tiny bit of a drug to an addict every day. If it keeps the craving alive, it doesn't solve the problem. A total ban before age 13 is the only necessary solution because it removes the temptation entirely. There is no negotiating for 5 more minutes. It also creates a level playing field. If no one in the class has a phone, no child feels left out. They go back to being kids together. Without a ban, we see tragedies. As in Batu Pahat, Johor, a 9-year-old boy allegedly attacked his 6-year-old brother with a knife because he lost a game of Roblox. Police said the boy was having hallucination. This is reality confusion. When a child spends thousands of hours in a digital world, their brain forgets that in the real world, a knife is not a toy and a brother is not an enemy. Supervision wasn't enough for this boy. A ban is what he needed. Is a ban even possible? Yes. It is a growing global movement. As the United Nations reported that phone bans in schools jumped from 24% to 40% in just 8 months. Countries like the US and Canada are already making laws to restrict phones for minors because the public is demanding it. When the phone is removed, the results are amazing. While kids might be angry at first, by the second year of a ban, test scores have been shown to rise by nearly 3 percentage points. Researchers also found that unexcused absences like kids skipping class drop significantly. When the distraction is gone, students actually show up and learn. I know what you are thinking, but my child will be the only one without a phone. This is why we need a mandatory ban. When we move together as a community, no child is the weird one. We create a new normal where kids play together in the real world. And remember, if you want to stay in touch for safety, give them a dumb phone, a basic phone that only makes calls and texts. They get the safety of a phone without the danger of the algorithm or the violence of a video game like Roblox. Reflecting on our argument today, the past is clear. We have seen how phones trap the brain, harden the heart, and put physical safety at risk. But we have also seen the benefits, higher grades, and better mental health. I urge you today, do not wait for a tragedy to happen in your family. Tell your relatives or also your neighbors why we must wait until 13 to give them a smartphone. The choice is simple and the urgency is absolute. We must protect the years of life, imagination, and growth that these devices are stealing. Let us give our children their childhood back. That's all from me. Thank you very much.